For years, Paris Jackson was known mainly as the daughter of Michael Jackson, growing up under intense public attention and losing her father when she was just 11 years old. But as she got older, Paris began building an identity that was completely her own. Her creative journey started beyond music. With modeling and acting, she appeared in projects like Scream and American Horror Stories, but eventually, music became her most personal form of expression.
Ever since I was born, Daddy has been the best father you could ever imagine. And I just wanted to say I love him so much.
Before going solo, Paris performed with Gabriel Glenn as part of the Soundflowers, exploring folk and alternative music. In 2020, she officially launched her solo career with Republic Records and released her debut album, Wilted. The album immediately showed that Paris wasn't interested in copying her father's legendary pop sound. Instead, she embraced alternative rock, folk, indie influences, and deeply personal songwriting. She wasn't trying to become the next Michael Jackson. She was trying to become her own artist.
I got a lot of healing through creating this. I hope it brings healing to other people. But it's not up to me to choose how people, or to decide what people think of it, how they feel about it. But from my experience, especially during the holidays, which are coming up, I always have a little bit of a rougher time during the holidays, like emotionally. And I've noticed between like my group of friends, like people start to get sadder during the holidays. And what's gotten me through that is my favorite people's music, listening to that, listening to Radiohead in Manchester, like that gets me through it. Christmas music kind of makes it worse. So when they're like, oh, like, are you sure you want to release this now and compete against all the Christmas albums? I'm like, yes, absolutely, because the people that are sad might want to hear this, you know?
Following her debut album, Paris continued developing her sound and confidence as an artist. Songs such as Let Down, Lighthouse, Band-Aid, Teenage Drama, and Zombies in Love revealed an increasingly vulnerable and alternative side of her artistry. Her live performances have also demonstrated that evolution, with Paris increasingly embraced electric guitar, rock influences, and a grunge-inspired aesthetic. And now, 6 years after her debut album, she's ready for her next chapter.
My best friend took the photo. My best friend of 10 years took the photo. She's a phenomenal photographer. Her name's Bailey Barton. And she did a lot of my press photos, and she's the one that got me into film photography. She gave me my first film camera, and so now I travel with a couple at a time always, but she's the one that like teaches me everything about film. And the inspo, funny enough, as far as how it was shot, more than the concept was, have you seen Andrew WK's I Get Wet cover art?
Yes.
It stays in your brain, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like you have it in your mind's eye currently. I wanted that. So like black background, very like front lit, something that's like striking.
Yeah.
He kind of inspired that. Some of the songs are pretty produced, and then some of the songs are very raw. But it's, as far as the songwriting goes, I've become more open and more specific, because so much of Wilted, even though it was a concept record and it was about a very specific thing, and when you listen to it in track order, it tells a story. I've always done like the vague thing with my words, because I want more people to relate to. I could be saying one thing about drugs, but you can relate it to heartbreak, or you can relate it to depression. But like, I'm getting more specific with a lot of my songs. Linda and I wrote Happiest Day of My Life together, and I was like, this has got to be the title track, because this is one of the best songs on the record, and it's catchy and it's fun, and it feels like a summer song. It feels like a cruiser. Yeah. So I came up with the concept for the album cover after we picked the name. And it was kind of like a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing.
Her sophomore album, Happiest Day of My Life, released on August 21st, 2026, featured creative contributions from musicians and producers, including Linda Perry, Butch Walker, and Jason Leder. The album's singles, including Teenage Drama, Zombies in Love, and Stitched, hint at themes of heartbreak, nostalgia, relationships, and emotional growth, but the title itself may be the biggest clue. Paris has described the album as something she made for her teenage self and for anyone who has experienced similar emotions. Paris Jackson's evolution isn't simply about stepping out of Michael Jackson's shadow. It's about taking her experiences, influences, and struggles and transforming them into something uniquely hers. At 28, Paris is no longer simply the daughter of a global icon. She's an artist with her own voice, her own sound, and her own story. And with Happiest Day of My Life, Paris Jackson is ready to show the world exactly where that story goes next.
The thing is, it's like I am a folk artist at heart. I will always be a singer-songwriter, folk artist. So that might be where I'm headed sonically in the future. But I'm like, oh, like once I realize, oh, I can scream and I can project, like, fuck it, let's do a fun, loud record.
What was the hardest song for you to write?
The hardest one for me to write? I have to see the track list. Because some of these songs I wrote years ago. As far as emotions go, probably Sirens.